Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys your weekly forecast. So what's going to be happening for you this coming week? So it doesn't matter when you run across the video. It's just from today for the, next 7 days. It could be your forecast. So please just take what resonates for you and get rid of anything that doesn't. All the decks I'm going to be using here today, as well as this Organite, are going to be listed down below. So let's get started. We're going to focus and see what is the week ahead. What specific themes are showing up for you this week? So let's go ahead and see what zodiac sign is going to be the most influential. Just that energy, or it could be that you're dealing with somebody under the zodiac sign. Let's take a look at this. We have Scorpio's energy, okay? So it could be like an intense encounter that you have with someone, or like a very deep and intense conversation. It could be that maybe something is going to end for you because Scorpio is connected to Pluto, which is death and transformation. But let's go ahead and read what this card has to say. This energy is intense, masterful, thoughtful, and magnetically charming, but also secretive and possessive. So I feel like there is some intense energy, positive, but it can also be shadow. So it might be that some of you guys are really going to feel intense about something or someone this week, or there could be some major ending around this, or you're dealing with a Scorpio. So let's go ahead and go into the planet cards and see what planet is highlighted for this week. Let's look at this energy. What's the planet that's highlighted for this week? Ooh, we have Jupiter. So that's connected actually Sagittarius. So some of you guys could be, Sagittarius or Scorpio, maybe even like cusp, right? Because it's right next door. So anyways, the Jupiter energy is all about being expansive. It's about looking at things from a larger perspective. It's also about our belief system and having confidence and courage to take leaps of faith. So, so that we can see in this picture, it's like he's spreading his arms and he's taking a leap. Kind of looks like the Fool to me, actually, in tarot. So some of us could be maybe expanding instead of being so intensely focused or feeling so powerful about something. Maybe we are taking back our power, is what I'm kind of picking up on for some of you guys this week. Sometimes we can feel very dark and intense in Scorpio's energy, but when we kind of realize, we can just kind of see it from a different perspective and maybe let it go, or just like not take it so personally, or not be so intensely focused on something. There's going to be a little bit of relief, is what I'm seeing here. All right, so let's see what else. What is the house energy? Let's look at this here. What's the house energy? Okay, so we have the 7th house. Okay, so we've got Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra. I think this is Libra. I'm sorry, I have to go through that in my mind. It's Libra's energy. So we have water, Scorpio. We have fire for Sagittarius, Jupiter, and now we have air for Libra. So this is talking about the area of your life is about long-term significant partners, romantic, business, or family. So it might be that some of you guys are kind of making a decision this week with that Libra energy where you want to be in a state of peace, which is really what Libra's energy is all about. They want to find a peaceful solution. They want to be nice and balanced. And I feel like it's kind of hard to be in Scorpio's energy and Jupiter's very free, liberating energy at the same time. So I feel like when it comes to maybe a significant partnership, it says romantic, business, or family, so it could be anything. You guys might be making some sort of a choice about this particular connection or relationship. And I feel like the choice that you're going to make is to either let something go, because Scorpio is kind of like death, let something die out, let something go, or let go a little bit, so that way it can be transformed. That way we're not feeling so intensely tied to it or attached to it. That's what I'm seeing. So let's go ahead and get some details here. Let's get some details here. All right. What do we need to know about this intense situation? Interesting. We have the King of Cups, but it wanted to come up reversed, and I'm not really reading reversals today, so I feel like this does mean something. King of Cups is Scorpio, you guys, so some of you guys are dealing with the Scorpio. And the King of Cups, when he's reversed, it's not the greatest energy. The King of Cups can be super manipulative, emotionally immature, or somebody who is is like withholding their emotions. They're closing their cup off to us. And there's no dealing with this individual, unfortunately, because it's like if they're not going to be open and they're not going to, be in their heart center, then it's really difficult to have a connection with this person. So I do believe that for some of you guys, that this is someone that you're probably deciding to maybe temporarily loosen the grip, let go completely for some of you guys. And maybe you're going to feel a lot of relief or more balanced in your energy once you kind of take the intensity off of this person or connection. This could just be somebody who's also trying to control your life and you need to get away from them. Okay. All right, let's see what else. Okay, we have the Five of Wands, which is a card of challenge and struggle here. It could be that there's a lot of drama that's tied up with the King of Cups here. It could be that there are other people that are influencing the connection in a very negative way. But all I know is that this energy to me looks very stressful, and it's almost like the connection to this person, or maybe just like the way that your emotions are affected by something specific in your relationships. It's like we need to put the burden down. We need to kind of take a break or even step away completely just to get some breathing room, just to kind of get our wits about us again, because it does seem like we're emotionally kind of going under. It's like that song from Evanescence, Going Under. Listen to it. I feel like this is your situation with someone. And it's like, I'm going under something like this time. I have to save myself. It's like she's singing about, in my opinion, a very manipulative, toxic person. But it could even be like she's talking about something else, like a substance too. But that song is coming to my mind, Going Under. And there is this point in kind of time where we're going to have to save ourselves. Yeah, because this person, I feel, is unavailable for us, and it's just no longer a healthy situation. And on the bottom of the deck, guys, I have the Ten of Swords. So it's just like, we can act like everything is fine, but it's not fine. It's not fine. It's not fine at all. Something is not okay. So I hate to right out of the gate be in this super intense situation, but what do we expect with Scorpio's energy, right? Okay. We have the Lovers. So to me, this is about a choice that we're very connected to this individual. We might feel like we really love this individual. We may want to be together with this individual. But what's kind of interesting to me is that I don't know if this deck has two lovers, but that almost looks like the Devil card to me. So I just got to kind of go with that. To me, it's kind of like a toxic love. We may have a lot of love for this person, but man, at this point, it's just not good for us either anymore, or it's just not good for us right now. Like, we need to save ourselves before we go under completely. And if that means that we need to kind of step outside of the boxing ring, like I said, gain our wits about us, take a little bit of a break, maybe work on ourselves, then that's what we need to do. So some sort of balance is needed in our choices when it comes to love and relationships, or how we're dealing with the people that we care about this week. So it's highlighted, and I feel like the message is very clear that we do need to kind of step out of the drama and let things subside before we kind of figure out what we're going to do to make a clearer decision, because that's what Libra's energy is about. It's all about a decision. And Gemini is also about a decision when it comes to being head over heart or heart over head decision. I almost feel like you need to use your head in this decision rather than your heart this week. Because if you go with how you feel, it's almost like you're pouring into an empty vessel, somebody that's not able to meet you halfway. All right, you guys. So now we're going to go to the challenge. Well, it seems like it was already very challenging, but what could potentially present an obstacle for you this week? Let's look at this energy and see what Spirit wants us to know. What could potentially present an obstacle for us this week? We have inner child. It's kind of like the child in us just wants to abandon our needs and not listen. A child basically has to put its hand in the fire sometimes in order to learn. So I feel like maybe the adult in us knows that we need to do something, and the child is like, no, I don't want to do it. It could also be that we have some childhood wounds that are really connecting us to traumatic situations. We're attracting people, or we're attracted to people that are not good for us. So I feel like this is stemming from this message here. Okay, yeah, it's time for us to move beyond. Six of Swords means you need some distance. Rocky times, rocky waters. It's time for us to kind of go towards the calmer waters. So we are being asked to step away from our fears. It's also time for us to reparent the child within. Tell the child that no. Tell the child that it's probably not the best thing right now, and that we do need to kind of take a little bit of a break. Like, maybe we shouldn't stay up all night playing video games. Let's get some rest. Or maybe we shouldn't eat all those, all of the candy in our frickin', trick or treat bag in one night, because it's probably going to make us sick. The child wants to do something because it's fun, because it's exciting, but it's probably not good. And so the adult is coming in and saying, let's go over here. So I feel like it's Spirit's way of telling us this week that we are going to have to reparent that child and tell the child no right now, because something is getting out of hand. Yeah, we do have sadness. Just say defensive. Okay. So we do need to listen. We need to really listen to our emotions. And if they're painful, then that means something. It does. If you're crying more tears over someone than you're actually experiencing joy with them, that right there is a telltale sign that something is not right. Something is out of whack. Something is not good. And we have the Justice, Libra's energy again. So yeah, I feel like there's something that's not fair. It's not balanced. It's no good. So we are going to have to take that sword. And I feel like that's why Libra and Gemini came through already, because the air and the logic are going to outwin this situation. We may feel like we want to stay attached. We may feel like we want to continue to do things that aren't good for us. But Justice is coming here and saying we need to make a swift we may need to take swift action in this situation and cut something out that's not good for us. It doesn't have to be forever, you guys, but I am getting temporary. And the fact that this queen is holding the keys, this tells me here that you're holding the keys to make this decision that's right for you. The other person I don't think is going to do it. I feel like with the Five of Cups, I'm sorry, not Five of Cups, but the Five of Wands and the King of Cups, somebody is unaware of themselves, or they're too selfishly absorbed in their own crap or toxicity to notice that you're suffering, or they just don't have the capacity to care. So unfortunately, you're dealing with someone that's just not going to get it, and you're not going to make them see. And you might waste your time trying to get somebody to see something, or to apologize to you or make wrongs right. And I feel like you might be wasting time if you're trying to do this right now. So cut your losses while you can and move forward. If someone is meant to grow and come back and perhaps apologize and see the error of their ways, it will happen, but it's not going to happen on your watch. You have to move forward. So the challenge this week could be releasing a situation or making a decision, because it's going to bring too much sadness. But I feel you guys, you've cried enough tears over whatever this is, and your inner child is really suffering at this point. So we need to reparent. All right, so let's now take a look at the frequency. What opportunities are you drawing to yourself this week? Let's look at that. What opportunities are you drawing to yourself this week? Okay, we have the Snake energy. Your intuition and healing powers are going to guide you to a better path, but be careful. Be careful of snakes. What's interesting is I did a reading, I think it was on Instagram, for Witchy Wednesday, and it was the venomous witch that came through, and she had two snakes that were wrapped around her, either swords or hands. And some of you could be dealing with like a snake, like you rotten snake, right? So use your intuition, because I feel like your intuition is correct. If you feel like something is off and you keep, in a way, like gaslighting yourself and telling yourself, no, that can't be true, or no, they didn't mean it that way, you need to be very careful, because it might be that we are too emotionally wrapped up with someone to be able to utilize our logic and intuition to pay attention to the red flags that we're starting to see. So I feel like the snake is deceptive. I also feel like the green energy could be like someone is green with envy. So it doesn't have to be like a lover or a romantic situation. This could be a very jealous, like family member or friend, or even a frenemy, somebody that's kind of nice to your face, but they're stealing your ideas, or they're backstabbing you, talking lots of shit behind your back. So, you know, how is this? What opportunities are we drawing to ourselves this week? It's the opportunity of clarity. It's the opportunity of being honest with ourselves and basically saying, you know what? This might not be the best path for me. This might not be the best person for me to spend any more time with. I really need to maybe stop doing this, or stop going to this place, or talking to this person, or sharing so much information. So we have the gift of insight and the gift of intuition that is leading us this week to a better path. That's what the opportunity is. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a tarot card on that. We have the Emperor, and I love this. This is Aries energy. Aries is the boss in charge. The Emperor takes control. You're not getting anything by that Emperor. He's got a plan. He knows who he is. He's grounded in his power, and he basically calls the shots. So I do feel like you're going to take back your power in a situation, whatever that happens to be, this coming week. You're going to tell somebody no, or you're just going to have the power to not deal with that person, or just feel good about the decisions that you make. And you're not going to feel bad about it because you know it's healthy for you. Okay. All right. What else? What else are we drawing in this week? Oh, I love this. We have the Phoenix that is rising from the ashes. It says, be prepared to be renewed after a period of crisis. So I feel like some crisis situation is going to be coming to a close for you guys this coming week. I think something that you've been suffering from, you know, that all that Scorpio energy, something very intense, like it's dying off, and it's dying off in order for you to be able to expand in Jupiter's energy. So that way you can make better decisions, Libra, seventh house, making those decisions to have more like healthier relationships, or relationships with people that are more balanced. It's a nice equal exchange of give and take. You're no longer attracting people that are just siphoning your energy like emotional, vampires. So I feel like this is a good thing. You're in a way being reborn this week, and you're being reborn into a very strong Emperor type of energy. Sorry, I just dropped some cards here. All right, so let's go ahead and get a tarot with that one. I love this. Eight of Pentacles, fantastic. The Eight of Pentacles is somebody who's like a hard worker. They're dedicated on a particular craft. To me, this is someone they don't have time for drama. They don't have time to try to snoop on people and try to figure out what they're doing. Like, you're just staying in your own lane. That's, to me, the stay in your own lane card, and nose to the grind is the Eight of Pentacles for me. So that's what you're doing. So even if like you feel like you want to fall apart, even if you feel like, you want to go back to someone, or you want to call someone, what I'm getting here is that you guys are going to draw in an opportunity for you to work on a project, or work hard on a specific thing that's very important to you. So I feel like you're going to busy yourself with work. This could also be that a new opportunity in work comes up to where you can leave some position that you don't really enjoy, or something that's like just not what you're looking for. You can leave this behind, and you're able to grab a new opportunity to do something different, or to expand your position this week in your work, or maybe even sign up for some classes to refresh your energy, so that way you have some new tools under your belt to be able to get that job that you really want, or to do that one thing that you've always wanted to do. So you're being gifted this opportunity this week to change some shit up. And I love this. We have the Dragonfly. Have confidence during this time of great joy, renewal, and connection to spirit. So to me, the Dragonfly represents self-awareness. And I feel like, we make decisions, and we do things, and we do make mistakes because we're just not aware. And there are all kinds of people in the world that are doing shitty things. And most likely they're just unaware of themselves, right? And if you're aware of yourself, you might look at them and go, how could they not see it? Sometimes people just can't see themselves. So I feel like for you guys, you're becoming more aware of why you're doing what you're doing, why you made certain decisions in the past, and why things are happening right now, or even not happening for you. So the more aware that you're becoming of yourself, the more confident you're becoming on your journey, and the more opportunities you're going to have to be happier in the future and to renew your life. So this is beautiful. Okay. I like this. Not everything that's going to be given to you do you have to take. This is fantastic. So this is Spirit's way of basically saying, okay, you know what? If you draw something to you this week, you can pass. You can say, no, I don't want that. Or you know what? I'm actually not ready for that. And that's okay too. Not everybody is ready at the same exact time. So if you're offered something this week and it doesn't feel right for you and it's not going to bring you joy, and you kind of feel that old feeling of, oh God, this is going to be another repeat of an old situation or pattern that I didn't enjoy, you can say no. And I feel like because you guys are in the Emperor's energy this week, you guys have the strength and confidence and power to say, I'm good, pass. Yes. I love this. And also the Four of Cups is one of those cards where if we're feeling discontent and we're not happy and we're not feeling joy, you know, instead of like looking for other things to fulfill us, other people, busying ourselves with, toxic substances, overeating, overindulging, things like that, we realize that after that's all fizzled out and said and done, we actually feel worse in the end. So I feel like you guys are maybe cleaning up your acts and coping with things in a healthier way, realizing that instant gratification or sometimes just sitting with your thoughts. And even if you feel bored, it's like maybe it's time to practice just sitting with your own energy. This person has a book, it's like they can't be bothered by what's coming to them. So if you feel like you really need something to be happening all the time, you need to be constantly stimulated, I feel for you that is a telltale sign that you need to connect back with yourself, or maybe even connect and like sit in nature and connect with just being present and connecting and getting grounded with what you're seeing, what you're smelling, what you're sensing, what you're tasting, what you're feeling, what you're hearing, all of it. Because sometimes with social media and movies and TV and all this other stuff, it's like there's so much chatter that's happening that we don't even know what our own thoughts are anymore. We don't even know what our own opinions are versus what is just being transmuted to us through these like waves of information that's just freaking constant. So I feel that we're going to draw an opportunity to us this week to just sit down with ourselves and connect with ourselves and also connect with nature. And it's really going to clear out a lot of the programs, a lot of the debris, and a lot of just like this unnecessary chatter that's influencing us in maybe a negative way, and we're not even realizing it. So I feel like some of you guys are going to maybe take a little bit of a social media break, maybe change your morning routine. Maybe if you work from home or just you work outside of your home, you're going to take the opportunity to at least once a day sit in nature, even if it's for 5 minutes. It doesn't matter. Something is better than nothing, and just drown out that noise. Like you're just going to put it on hold and you're going to connect with yourself. And I'm getting here that once you start this exercise of connecting with yourself and kind of pushing away all that unnecessary noise, your true nature is going to start coming out. You're going to start getting in touch with certain things that maybe you have numbed out for so long, and you're completely unaware that you've even done it. I'm definitely speaking from experience here. So I have, even though I post on TikTok and I post on Instagram, I have completely pulled away from scrolling because I was getting addicted to TikTok, where I would sit there for hours and I was just like, something's happening to my brain. I almost feel like I'm not in control. What the hell is this? It's like a force that I can't control. It was horrible. So I'm 3 to 4 weeks, I guess, clean, sober from scrolling on Instagram and TikTok. And I'm going to tell you right now, it really has felt wonderful. So I feel like I'm going to continue. And it doesn't mean I can't do it. Like, oh my gosh, if I do it, it's going to be terrible. It's just like, I just feel a lot fresher. And I just feel like I have more time to just sit there with my own thoughts instead of just busy myself with constant just whatever. You know what I mean? So anyways, I feel like you guys are drawing something to yourselves this week, like an opportunity. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the connection. So what's happening in your relationships with others this week? Let's look. Ooh. Okay, so we have worry, surrender, worry. So what we're doing is we're making a commitment not to lead an anxiety-ridden life. When worries arise, breathe them out of your body, focus on the power of your heart, and have faith that Spirit is guiding you always. I like this because I feel like with that Scorpio energy that came up in the very beginning of the reading, we have a lot of intense fear or worry and anxiety about a person or situation. So we are going to be releasing that this week. We're going to be breathing through it and we're going to release it to Spirit. That's great. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. So we're going to focus on tangible things. It says, are you prepared to receive some type of opportunity or gift? So what we're doing is we are surrendering this anxiety and we're instead focusing on things that are in front of us. We're focusing on the opportunities that are coming to us. And I feel like when we're in this anxiety-ridden state, maybe we're afraid to even accept anything because we're afraid that it's not going to work out, or we're afraid that we're going to get hurt. I feel like when our mind is clearer and we're connected more to ourselves, without all this debris, we're going to be able to know what's coming in for us, what's being offered, and we're going to trust it. So I feel like that comes into play as well. So I feel like you guys are leveling up, you're shifting your vibration and frequency, and you're getting rid of some toxic energy or situation or person that's really helping you to make room for some new opportunities and new relationships to come forward. We have surrender to miracles. That's awesome. The dolphins represent play to me. So I feel like you guys are going to attract to yourself some opportunities to have more fun with your friends or your family or even lovers. It says, be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real, and let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. So I feel like maybe some of you guys have been maybe traumatized or even hurt a little bit, and you're afraid to trust again. You're afraid to even open yourself up to anything again. And I feel like this miraculous healing can come through if we just basically do the work and follow the guidance to just cut something out that we know isn't serving us, and trust that this is the best thing for us to do. And the little child in us is saying, no, if you do that, then you're going to miss this person, or you're going to miss this abuse or this treatment. And it's like, actually only a child would say that. The adult knows better. Yeah, Nine of Swords. Wow, this is the worry. This is the anxiety. What situation in your life is creating fear and anxiety, and what is this feeling trying to tell you? So you guys, I can't really go in any other direction. Spirit won't let me. It's really focused, and this might not be your reading this week because maybe some of you guys are not dealing with a traumatic situation, but some of you guys are in your head about a person or a situation. And what Spirit is basically telling you is surrender, because we have surrender. We have to surrender whatever this is. And if you keep participating or talking to someone, or you're still, stalking someone on social media, you're not really moving on. You're not really disconnecting with this person. So there needs to be a harsh disconnect so that way we can start to heal. That way Spirit can bring forth new opportunities for us to have better connections and better relationships. I do feel like for a lot of you, this is someone that you need to cut out for good. And others, it might just be that you need a temporary break. But whatever this is, it's like you've lost too much sleep and you've cried too many tears over it. And it needs to basically it needs to be let go for now. Okay. So what's happening in relationships with others? We're focusing on getting grounded. We're getting out of our heads about a person or a situation. We're no longer losing sleep over someone, and we're surrendering this situation to the universe so that way it can be replaced with something better. We're making room. We're essentially making room for something better. That's the point. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and finalize this reading with spiritual advisor, which is, in what ways will Spirit be assisting and guiding you this week? Let's look at this. We have enthusiasm, self-expression, inspiring others, self-confidence. Love that. Totality. We also have success, sharing, and a positive response. So some of us are maybe feeling like, oh gosh, it's so intense. There's just these issues or these feelings that I have just feel so insurmountable. I feel so suppressed by this energy. Very interesting, like 10 of Wands. It's such a burden. But I feel like what Spirit is basically assisting us towards things that are going to make us happy again. engage in activities or with people that are going to bring enthusiasm back into our lives, like things that are going to be exciting. So I feel like there will be some opportunities that we're led to, or some things that we're led to, where we can really, really connect with that inner child so we can start having fun. The dolphins came through, like, let's have more fun. Let's be enthusiastic about life again. So Spirit is going to put something into your consciousness, okay? So you're going to be aware of this. This, I believe, is the Ace of Swords in this deck. So some sort of clarity is being given to you. Because I kind of feel like right now, it's like this this cup is coming to you, and that's the cup coming from the divine, right? If you're kind of here, again, remember, it's the head over heart's decision. It's about being more in your logical, rational mind this week when it comes to things and people. But the thing is, you don't want to lose your zest or your enthusiasm for life. So be very conscious this week of what stresses you out, what makes you happy, what doesn't make you happy, and make decisions to participate with those things or no longer participate with those things that are causing you worry and stress. We have to make some conscious choice this week to separate ourselves from things that don't bring us life, that don't bring us good energy. And we have contemplation. So it says gaining overview, detached observation, increased understanding, solitude, integration through reflection. So this to me is kind of like the hermit. It's time for us to pull away. Now, that doesn't mean you have to pull away from everybody, but I do feel like we need to pull away pretty much completely from this situation, place, person, thing, behavior, whatever it is that is causing us so much stress. This to me is like the Tower, number 16. The Tower is like shaking us up. Something is happening. And the reason that it's happening is because we've been putting it off. And so sometimes the divine can come through with situations. So it's like a divine intervention to shake shit up on our lives. So that way we can be aware and we can start taking actions and making decisions. And then this to me is the Hermit, but it's also Judgment's energy. We need to kind of take a look at everything and review our lives and see, are we happy with where we're at? Do we like where we're going? Because if we don't, we have the power in this moment right now to start changing those things. Interesting. Totality. I feel like that word was here. Yeah. This is the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands came up at the very beginning of the reading. So I just feel like there is something that is causing us, there's a breach in our energy field, okay? There is something that's not connecting. Like there's somebody that is not able to get with the program and give to you in a complete and total way. So what's going on is we feel like there's a lack. We feel like something's off. We feel like something's incomplete. And I just feel like rather than burning up our energy and our resources trying to figure out why somebody else is the way that they are and really struggling to understand them, why don't we instead turn our interesting awareness back to ourselves and figure out how we can be whole and really focus on our strengths. And I feel just that energy alone, you will with time start to attract other people into your life that are ready to be where you're at, who want to be happy, who want to move forward, who want to build, who want to do things to make a positive difference in the world. You're no longer going to be attracting toxic individuals that basically just want to ruin everybody's lives and just create nothing but dysfunction and drama. So I just feel like the time has come to basically move past a person or situation that has overstayed their welcome in your life. And it's time for you now to just completely and totally let go. So this was definitely a little bit of a more intense, kind of a darker, shadowy forecast this week. It doesn't mean that no good things will happen. I feel like there's lots of things that could happen besides just dealing with this. But for those of you that were meant to hear this message, hopefully it makes sense. Hopefully it will help you, especially if things come up. And I just hope that you enjoyed I don't know if you enjoyed it, but that the messages speak to you this week. So anyways, thanks so much you guys for watching, and you take care. Bye-bye.